Welcome everyone to the Joel Martin Mastery Podcast. I'm a networking expert and the author of the upcoming book, No Strangers, How to Build Community, One Relationship at a Time. My why is the pursuit of mastery, and the goal of this podcast is to lock arms on a lifelong mission of daily personal growth to become the best version of ourselves. So let's dive in to today's episode. Welcome, everyone, to today's episode of the podcast, where I'll be sharing the quote of the week, which comes to us from Og Mandino, and it goes like this. There is power in the words "one day at a time." Anyone can carry his or her burden, however hard, until nightfall. Anyone can do his work, however hard, for one day. Anyone can live sweetly, patiently, lovingly, purely, till the sun goes down. And this is all that life really means. If you're not familiar with Og Mandino, he was an author that sold over 50 million copies. His best-selling book is probably the greatest salesman in the world. However, this quote comes from a different book that I read called A Better Way to Live, where he shares 17 rules to live by. And I loved this quote so much that a few years ago, I printed it out and I put it on my vision board to remind me of the following lessons and takeaways. When we're working towards a difficult goal, or when we're trying to overcome a difficult challenge, we think ahead to the future, whether it's a month, a year, or 5 years away, and think that we can't keep up our efforts over that prolonged period of time. This quote reminds us that if we forget about the future and just focus on today, that we can pull through for just the next 24 hours. We can go to the gym. We can eat healthier. We can work on that project. We can write that book. We can practice that song, and we can be a more loving partner and parent. Then when tomorrow comes, we can do it again for just one day. And then those days compound over months and years, which lead to staggering results and mastery in your area of focus. My second takeaway from that quote is that your power is in the present. There's a quote from Lao Tzu that says, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. And if you are at peace, you are living in the present. The truth is, there is no past and no future. The past is just a collection of todays that have come and gone. And the future is just a collection of todays that have yet to come to fruition. I hope you found value in today's quote, and I'd love to hear what your favorite quotes are. So please reach out to me on social media, and I'll see you on the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and I'd love to hear from you guys. My goal is to grow this podcast organically, where you're giving me feedback on topics you'd like me to cover and guests you'd like me to interview. You can reach out to me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Joel Martin Mastery. Joel is Joel, and on Twitter at Joel Mastery. So I am done. I am complete. I approve this message, and I'll see you on the next episode.